Alright, so this is my Yubel deck. I've been playing Yubel for about 2 years. This is the result of what I've had. I think this is the fastest and most consistent build that I've tried. To start off, I did, obviously, Kayla Shade's excellent backbone. You should look it up. It's very good. First, you have 2 copies of Yubel, obviously the main card of the deck. Really great. 2 copies of Yubel, Terra Incarnate. This is the main boss of the deck. It wins most of my games, just denies all of their field presence and doesn't let them do anything. 1 Yubel, Ultimate Nightmare. I've been doing 1 recently. I just got persuaded by the people on Pojo that I only needed 1. I'm not sure if I like it at this yet, but I'll try it. And 2 copies of Doom Shaman, because Doom Shaman is boss. He can bring back Yubel or any of my Fiend tuners so that I can bring some Synchro summoning into this. Alright, then that's basically the backbone. Next up you have 1 copy of the Dark Creator. The Dark Creator is a really awesome card here because he can bring back Doom Shaman, he can bring back any of my other dark monsters, and he hits the grave really easily. You only need 1, 2 or more will clog the hand because you often have a Yubel on the field. But at 1 he's great. He gets under Cold Wave too to stop the Saber Swarm and stuff like that. 3 Dark Grephers. Dark Grepher is the main speed. I really want to dump all of my stuff into the graveyard as much as possible, as soon as possible. Dark Grepher is the best thing to do to use that helps me dump things. So 3 of them max. 2 Armageddonite. Armageddonite is really good. He's just a floating body that's Foolish Burial that just sends a dark monster to the grave with no cost or anything. 1 copy of Dark Tinker. Dark Tinker is a level 2 Dark Fiend tuner. Since Doom Shaman is level 6, I can make level 8 Synchro monsters with 1 card. And his effect is not bad, and his stats aren't bad either. I've actually had him survive a couple hits with his 1300 defense. They can't really get some like really low attack, like full helm and stuff. They hit it into my defense, and they don't do anything. 1 Sangan. Sangan obviously searches out half the cards in the deck. I think the only cards it doesn't search are Grepher, Doom Shaman, and Dark Creator. 1 Necro Gardna. I might take this out. I really like it, just to have a random one of. I was happier when I was at 3, but it's still pretty good. 1 Level Eater. Level Eater is just amazing in this deck. With Yubel, I have a huge amount of levels to steal every turn, so I can bring him back as a free 600 beater, which isn't very much, but I've won with just Level Eater before because they can't do anything. If they set a monster, Terra Incarnate will blow it up. If they don't set a monster, I'll bring back Level Eater and attack him. So I force them to waste resources rather than just building up to do things. Plus, Level Eater makes really awesome Synchro stuff. For example, this next guy, Infernity Avenger, is a level 1 tuner and a level 1 Fiend tuner, and Level Eater's a level 1 non-tuner. So Doom Shaman, bring back Infernity Avenger, level 8 Infernity Avenger. I can synchro into Formula Synchron, and then since Doom Shaman's a spellcaster, I can synchro Formula Synchron and Doom Shaman together to make Arcanite Magician and blow up their stuff. Then I can bring back Level Eater again, attack him, and just, it's great. There's so much synergy between these two. I would definitely recommend trying them out. That's all the monsters. Next we have spells. The first is 3 Swing of Memories. This is my main thing to bring back Doom Shaman. I also have 1 Silent Doom, just in case I want to keep it on the field or do anything, plus it's just an extra card for me to draw into. These are the main engines of the deck. If I can get a Doom Shaman engrave, a Fiend Tuner, and a Yubel engrave, then any of these cards just gives me an insane amount of advantage. And they're just great. I have 3 Into the Void. This one is a card that a lot of people disagree with me on. It's a card where if you have 3 or more cards in your hand, then including this one, then you can activate it to draw 1 card. But the downside is, at the end of your turn, you have to discard your entire hand. A lot of people don't like it because they don't want to lose their whole hand. I think it's really great. The only monsters that I actually want to keep in my hand at all in the whole deck would be Sangan or Dark Creator, and neither of them are important enough that I just don't want to activate this to get rid of them. Into the Void adds a lot of speed. Since I have a 40 card deck, it makes it basically a 37 card deck. And a lot of times playing this, drawing into a Limit Reverse and setting the Limit Reverse so that I can dump the Yubel in my hand has won me games before because I can stall out and do things. And really it doesn't matter if I lose my whole hand. That's one of the great things about Infernity Avenger. He can come back off of like random Armageddonite dies, and then Infernity Avenger shows up out of nowhere and I can synchro with him next turn. 2 Gold Sarcophagus. They work really well with Into the Void. I can play Into the Void and then Gold Sarcophagus, and it's basically a -1 from my hand now to +1 later. And so with Into the Void, I want to get rid of my hand as fast as possible on the first turn. So then next turn I can do so then I play Gold Sarcophagus, set all the rest of my card, and then later on I can get pluses when my Yubel's out and my setup is all ready. 1 Reinforcement of the Army with 3 Dark Grephers and 2 Armageddonites. I want those cards in my hand as fast as possible. This is just great. 1 Monster Reborn, obviously. 1 Dark Hole. This is actually a really great card. I was really happy when they announced that it was going to be unbanned for a format. Dark Hole is just great. I can blow up my own Yubels and get another form, and they don't get anything. It's lots of fun. 1 Giant Trunade. Again, Giant Trunade is one of those staple cards, but it's really, really great in here because I can flip my Limit Reverse, bring back Yubel, activate Giant Trunade, and then they get my Limit Reverse comes back to my hand. It's no longer on the field, so Yubel is destroyed by Limit Reverse's effect, and I get Terra Incarnate, and I can reset my Limit Reverse. I just love it when people play Giant Trunade against me and it's attempt to go for game and just get destroyed by my Terra Incarnate. 1 Allure of Darkness. With this many darks, there's really no reason not to run it. It's a great deck then. 1 Card Destruction. Like I said, all the monsters in my entire deck I want in my grave, so I don't care about dumping them with Card Destruction. A lot of times it's really helpful. Play Card Destruction, or set Swing of Memories, play Card Destruction, bring back my Doom Shaman, and I can just plus off of that. That's for my spells. Traps. 1 Call the Haunted. Again, it's a staple basically, but it also combos really well with Giant Trunade and stuff. 3 Limit Reverse. Limit Reverse is just the best card ever for Yubel decks. It just brings back Yubel just for free, and it can be chained to Destruction and its effect will activate, or you can chain it to, better yet, like I said, bounce cards, and it'll you get it back and it'll activate and destroy Yubel. Or you can activate it to block an attack or during their end phase, and then move it to defense, and the monster summoned by Limit Reverse is destroyed when it's moved to defense, so I can special summon my Terra Incarnate again. 2 Trapstun. Trapstun's really great this format, just to kill their back row so I can set off a Black Rose or an Arcanite Magician. And 1 Torrential Tribute. It's a staple. That's for my main deck. And for my extra deck, 2 Formula Synchron. They're just really great. Draw 1 for a lot of the times no cost if I do the thing with Arcanite that I told you about earlier. So this thing turns 1 card synchros into 0 card synchros, which is really great. 1 Brionac, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. This thing is a staple, of course, but it's also really great because I can bounce my Limit Reverses or Calls, and then get them back, and then bring out the Terra Incarnate. And the other thing you can do with this, which is really fun, is you can bounce Terra Incarnate, because Terra Incarnate's effect activates whenever it's removed from the field, and I can special summon the Ultimate Nightmare. 1 Arcanite Magician. Arcanite Magician is really awesome, but I usually only make 1 per duel, so I've only included 1. 1 Black Rose Dragon. Again, same as Arcanite, only make 1 per duel generally, so it's really awesome. 1 Chaos King Archfiend. Don't know if you can see that. Chaos King Archfiend is a level 7 fiend that needs a fiend tuner and 1 or more non-tuners. So since all of my tuners are fiend type, I can bring this out and it's just a quick beater if I don't have a level 2 tuner in the graveyard. And its effect is actually pretty nice. When it attacks, it can switch the attack and defense of all effect monsters my opponent controls. So your Monarch with 2,500, your Dark Arm Dragon with 2,800 attack, he can't get over it on his own, but with his effect, he can switch his attack into its 1,000 defense, which can kill your dad, which is pretty nice. 2 Stardust Dragon, because Stardust is awesome. He's also really nice because if I have Yubel, the first form, on the field, and a Stardust on the field, then instead of sacrificing monsters to keep Yubel in the field, I can let Yubel destroy itself, but then negate Yubel's destruction effect with Stardust Dragon, and then destroy Yubel. Since Yubel was destroyed by Stardust's effect, not its own effect, it can special summon Terra Incarnate. Then I can use Terra Incarnate to do one of two things. Either, since it's still my end phase, I can either bring back Stardust and then negate Yubel's effect to blow up the field and then bring out the Ultimate Nightmare, or I can use Yubel's effect to blow up the field, then bring back Stardust and have a 2,500 beater on the field, nobody else has anything. So really, Stardust is extremely versatile. 2 Scrap Dragons. Scrap Dragon, again, is just ridiculously awesome in this deck because I can blow up my Yubel. But the other thing you can blow up is Level Eater, which is just a lot of advantage to pull out of nowhere. I can go Swing of Memories, Dark Tinker, Scrap Dragon, Level Eat Scrap Dragon, blow up your monster, and I just like +1. I believe it's a +1, which is pretty nice. It might be a +2. 1 Infernity Doom Dragon. Infernity Doom Dragon is a really nice card. It needs a dark tuner and a non-tuner, which all of my tuners are dark, so there you go. And once per turn, if I have no cards in my hand, I can blow up a card on a monster on your field, and you take damage equal to half of its attack, but it can't attack this turn. So if you have a pretty big monster and I can't get over it or anything, then I'll just blow it up. The best part about it is it can hit face down monsters. So if I know if I'm pretty sure you have a set Raikou or a hamster or something, I can blow it up without losing my monster. Plus, I generally go handless all the time just to keep Infernity Avenger alive, and because I don't mind committing to the field very often with this. So Infernity Doom Dragon is just a great card. 2 Black Brutdrago. Black Brutdrago is pretty awesome. He's used to recycle Doom Shaman. He needs a tuner and a non-tuner Gemini. So Dark Tinker plus Doom Shaman is Black Brutdrago. He's a 3,000 beater, and when he's destroyed in any way by card effects or by battle, then I get a special summon Doom Shaman back to the field. So and it gains its effect as well. So Black Brutdrago is really nice. It allows me to recycle my Doom Shamans pretty well, and then I can just keep on Synchron. 1 Mistworm, because I can make level 9s pretty easily, and Mistworm is awesome. Just include 1 in general. And since I have Formula, Synchron, and Stardust, why not include a Shooting Star Dragon? I can actually make Shooting Star Dragon with 1 card. It's pretty cool. If I have Yubel on the field and a Swing of Memories in hand, I can go Swing of Memories, bring back Doom Shaman, normal summon Doom Shaman, special summon Infernity Avenger, level eat Yubel, synchro Doom Shaman, level eater and Infernity Avenger to Formula Synchron, then level eat Yubel again, go to battle phase. I'd have to set my card first. Then go to battle phase, use level eater, attack into a stronger monster that they control, and since I have no cards in my hand, the effect of Infernity Avenger activates, special summons itself at level 1, then go out of battle phase, bring back level eat Yubel again, then I can tune my new Infernity Avenger and my new Level Leader to another Formula Synchron, then Synchro for Stardust, and then for Shooting Star. So for one card and a Yubel on the field, I can make Shooting Star Dragon and then have an additional card in my hand at the end of the turn, which is really, really awesome. The side deck is still under construction right now. It's going to have MSTs, probably Chain Disappearance just to take care of Consecrated Light and some other stuff. But yeah, that's basically it. So tell me what you think in the comment section, guys.